JK, how did JT look today?
It looked great. So,
everything looks fine, moving fine, and all that good stuff?
Yes.
JK, what does any freshman running back, true freshman running back, have to do to get the coaching staff to trust him?
I think you have to earn the trust throughout the offseason and during the summer as well. You got to do things right on and off the field as well, too.
When did you feel like you earned it? Did you know you'd earned it like right away in camp, or no?
No, I didn't know I earned it until the first snap of Indiana.
Did you have to change much about your personality or anything, or your habits, or did you just sort of kind of came in aligned with what they want, I guess?
Yeah, I guess so.
Do you watch? I think what Doug's getting at is there's two really good freshman running backs going to be in this game.
Mm-hmm.
How much attention do you pay to any other backs in the league, or this one specifically? I mean, what have you watched of him, if anything at all, this season?
I haven't watched much on him. I really just worry about myself and my team and getting the win. So that's what I worry about.
Jake, yeah, but what does it take for a freshman? You've gone through it now. What does it take for a freshman to play at this level in the Big Ten? First-year freshman and be effective.
It's a mental game as well as a physical game. So that's pretty much what it takes.
How much toughness, as you look back on it, is it like you said, the physical aspect? How much is the toughness a part of it?
I come from Texas high school football, so it's pretty tough down there. So
yeah.
It wasn't really like that much different. I don't feel like the hitting, but I mean the season is long. Practices are different too. So
it's remarkable though that you and Jonathan Taylor, I think, are 1-2 or 1-3 in the league in rushing. I mean, does that surprise you that two freshmen are up there like that?
Not really.
Why not?
Because I know my class was like a good class, so it didn't really surprise me.
Hey, JK, they sometimes talk about a freshman wall that players hit. Do you at any point feel like you had plateaued and then broke through it, or just was it one?
I don't think I've hit that wall. I don't feel like I did.
You don't look like it, but my point is, did you at one point feel things got tougher for you, or no?
Mm-hmm.
No?
Do you know Taylor at all? Have you ever met him or seen him in camp or anything? Or?
No, sir.
Okay.
Jake, the big thing around this place is championships and all the banners and signs that you see. A lot of them have come from, the 2014 team, the last one that won a Big Ten championship. How much has that been emphasized to you all who are coming in as young players in the program to make your own place around here, your own memory, if you will?
It's talked about a lot, but we just worry about this year, like that wasn't really told to us like when we walked in. But it's kind of like expected.
Wisconsin's got some really good numbers against the run. What are they doing effectively?
They're physical. They play well as a team, as a group, and they're disciplined. So
on tape, do they look like anyone you've played against so far this season? Nope.
I can't compare it to anyone yet.
Are they pretty unique schematically with the 3-4 and emphasize the linebackers and everything? Or?
I don't think it's unique. I think it's normal.
All right.
Yeah.
When we see these freshman running backs and you and Taylor having this success, is it pretty much just take the ball and run hard and make guys miss, or how much more goes into the job that you have to learn and figure out as a young guy?
Well, I know here it's different because we have to learn how to block. You have to learn how to do a lot of other things other than run, So I think that's a big part of it here. I don't know what they do over there, so I can't really answer for that.
When you're trying to figure it out, when you're trying to prove yourself and get on the field, what's harder? Is it the running and making plays with the ball, or is it the other stuff, if you're blocking or in pass routes or anything?
It's the other stuff, I feel like, because running comes natural because you've done it pretty much all your life. So
how quickly did you jump on board the blocking aspect of things?
K Dobbins.
Not too quick because it's different. You don't really pass protect against great linebackers in high school.
Yeah, not even in Texas. No, I'm messing. But I mean, was that the biggest hurdle for you to get on the field? Did you feel?
Yeah, it was.
And when did it click for you?
I don't know. I can't tell you the exact.
I don't mean exact day, but I mean, was it the end of spring? Was it middle of spring? Was it early preseason camp?
I think it was the end of spring.
Yeah. And Mike Weber, he enjoys doing that. Do you enjoy doing that? I mean, pass pro?
Yeah, I do. Probably not as much as him.
Yeah. Hey, JK, what has come right, in your opinion, the last 3 weeks with the running game specifically? What do you feel is different? You know, obviously Iowa, y'all kind of abandoned it, you know, because you were behind and other things. But what do you feel has really come right in the last 3 weeks with the running game?
I don't know. I guess it's just we're running the ball a lot more.
Yeah.
Like, it's always been right.
Yeah.
Where do you see teams having success against Wisconsin's defense?
I don't know. I haven't looked at enough film to tell you that yet.
Is college football easier than you thought it would be?
Yeah.
And along those same lines, I mean, if I would have told you a year ago, you know, not only would you be a main part of the offense, but playing for a Big Ten title, what did you picture this year being like, and how different has it been for you?
I pictured us playing for titles, but I didn't know I was going to be a big part of it like this.
Okay, so take us in the mind of high school JK. We know you had the injury last year, so you had time to think about stuff, I would imagine. When you were thinking about, okay, I'm going to Ohio State, this is what it's going to be like. Tony was just saying, did you think it might be harder? Like, what did you think it would be, if you can take us back to a year ago?
I thought it was going to be really hard, you know, but I knew I was going to do good. I didn't know it was going to be like this.
And is it just because in the end, sort of like you said, running the ball is running the ball, and that was maybe more similar than you thought it would be? Like, it's like, okay, I can run in high school. Maybe I don't know if I can run in college, but it turned out, yeah, you can run in college too.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it was.
And by really hard, what did you mean by that? Complex, or did you mean physical? I mean,
I thought physically and like mentally it would be way harder than what it is.
Yeah.
But it's not.
What are the holes like in college compared to the holes in high school?
They're smaller and they close faster. That's pretty much it.
So that's harder, isn't it?
Yeah, it's harder.
Okay.
JK, does this feel different this week? I mean, you guys are playing for the Big Ten championship. You're back in it after the Iowa game. You're still in the running for the college football playoff. I mean, what feels different, I guess, about it? Does it feel different this week? And what is special about this week? Can you sense what's out there?
Yeah, you can. You can tell it's Big Ten championship week. So
how does it show?
Just people's moods are different, and just the feeling.
Yeah. And just a ball. I think always feel like for a young running back, ball security is always something people talk about. How have you been? Do you feel like with holding on to the ball this year?
I feel like I've been pretty good. I fumbled one time against Maryland. That's it.
And that, I mean, is that a big thing for young guys? Is that something you think coaches really focus on, with especially young running backs?
Yeah, I think I focus on it a lot too. It's a very important part.
JK, how was the Michigan win for you?
Oh, it was great. It was a different feeling, like no other.
Was it more than what you had expected, more than what people had prepared you for?
No, because they prepare you for the game here all year.
Thanks, JK.
Oh, yeah,